Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for supporting our channel. If you wish to support us, please just hit the subscribe button and then you can hit the like button. Now today, I'm a very bitter person, especially when I listen to what Kenya Kwanza lieutenants are saying concerning the bipartisan approach. I find myself getting mad and mad a lot. There's a general perception by these Kenya Kwanza people that Raila is now cornered. I have listened carefully to how suddenly Gachagua has transformed himself to a less talking, God-fearing fella, and realized, and I confirm authoritatively, that his mission has always been to fight Raila. If you look at these people within the Kenya Kwanza, especially not all of them, but there are people within the Kenya Kwanza government who don't understand the struggles of this nation, the struggles of leaders of these nations. I'm talking about people like Silvanus Onsoro, talking about people like Moses Wetangula, Duale, Kimani Ichung'wah, Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro, Malala, and Mudavadi. These leaders are the ones who are trying to frustrate William Ruto's plan of bipartisan approach, and they're constantly belittling Raila Amolo Odinga. Some of these leaders, if you look at their political base, they cannot match even a quarter of what Raila Amolo Odinga is made of. And to be honest, I was not happy when I first heard Raila say, maandamano imeisha. On Sunday, I looked at the screen and I couldn't believe it that Raila Amolo Odinga was calling off this maandamano. I'd say that that was going to be the mother of all maandamanos, and in fact, that was scary to the president, scary to the IG, to even to the international community. Ukiona kwamba hiyo ndio ile sababu ilimfanya Senator Combs aje Kenya, kwa sababu aliona kwamba imande itakuwa mbivu na mbichi. The Monday maandamano would have made a lot of sense because even the journalists were saying that they would demonstrate. I remember the university dons also said they would demonstrate. So there were a lot of demonstrations which were going to take place on Monday. So this would have sent a lot of shockwaves within the Kenya Kwanza camp. When I heard Raila Amolo Odinga take it to the press and say that maandamano issue, I said to myself, we are doomed, because to date, I cannot afford to forget what the handshake did to Raila. The handshake between Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru, despite the fact that Uhuru is one of my favorite presidents, but the handshake cost Raila Amolo Odinga political fortune, when it literally forced Raila to shoulder all the blames of the failures of the Jubilee government. Raila became a sacrificial lamb. I think you understand the history very well, because Ruto took advantage of that and decided to be the opposition leader, getting salary of a deputy president. Raila Amolo Odinga now was forced to become a sacrificial lamb, because now all the mistakes were channeled to him. But Raila Amolo Odinga was merely playing the role of an advisor within the Uhuru regime. He was never in government. He was just playing the role of an advisor. But the people within the Kenya Kwanza back then, calling themselves Tagatanga, they kept belittling Raila Amolo Odinga and trying to make Raila Amolo Odinga appear as if yeye ni mtu mdogo kabisa kwa society. So, listening to how Ichung'wah had adjusted the narrative and now walks around trying to make the bipartisan process look childish makes me sick. The mere fact that Ichung'wah had hijacked that bipartisan approach that Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga agreed on. So Ichung'wah took this narrative, tried to make it look like a childish kind of affair, trying to make it look such as a small thing, despite the fact that that Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga have made this approach appear as if something that is similar to the Nation Accord between the Kofi Annan, similar to the Kofi Annan Accord that was in the Despite the fact that Raila Amolo Odinga and Ruto have made this bipartisan approach appear something that is so big as the Nation Accord of the 2007-2008, which was formulated by the UN former secretary, that is Kofi Annan. So that's why I'm saying, and I maintain, that on Sunday the speech by Babaman Raila failed to impress me because it had not touched on something pretty important, and that was the cost of living. That is one thing that Raila Amolo Odinga almost made a mistake on by not emphasizing on the high cost of living. So the government promised everything in the world, but Raila Amolo Odinga's speech today was one, authoritative, reassuring, and carried a lot of weight in terms of conditions to the president. What Raila must not do is settle for a handshake. Never. If he does that, I will be the first person to rebel against him. That one you can take it to the bank. I am not ready to see a Raila Amolo Odinga that will go down the drain again because of a handshake from William Ruto. Despite the fact that Raila Amolo Odinga said no to handshake, but the devil is a liar, and the devil can be used to lie to Raila Amolo Odinga or force Raila Amolo Odinga into agreeing on a handshake with Ruto. If Raila attempts to do that, it will cost his political career first, like it did with the handshake of Uhuru. It will cost him dearly, and who knows, he might not even make it to. So, ladies and gentlemen, kindly share out your takes below the comment section. And once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.